How's it going, everyone? It's Bomberman Dan playing some Starcraft 2. In today's matchup, we have Ragor, our green Protoss player, against Jlazny, our purple Terran. And I actually know both of these players, and they are playing a kind of tournament-style best-of-3 matchup. And it was really funny because both of these players thought they could pretty easily beat each other. They were pretty certain in their wins, and that's why I chose to commentate these games. I do play with Jlazny a lot, so if you've seen it in my 2v2 games, you'll see him in there playing as a standard Terran. But yeah, anyhow, let's just get this thing started. I do have the speed on ×2 because a 21-minute game isn't the most enjoyable thing to watch and waste your time on. But yeah, so shorten it up for you guys a little bit. So as you can see, Jlazny is scouting, and we have our gateway on the way by Ragor. We do have 2 racks being made, and we do see back here, we do see the SCV stop in this like cloudy area, the vents, and you really can't see past there if you haven't been playing on these Metalopolis or other maps where there are vents or what it's like trees and foliage or something like that. So we do see the pylon go down back here by Ragor to detect any drops, to see any drops, to get some vision back there. And that's why we saw the SCV go back there, to try to kind of hide, to see maybe if we can build a bunker or something like that. We do get our first gas on the way after our cybernetics core, so we won't be able to get warp gate technology as soon as we can. I don't know if that was a misstep or not, but nevertheless, we will be getting that afterwards. We have 2 racks both producing Marines, and we do have a tech lab go down, so Marauders will be on the way from there. We have our second gateway, and we destroyed that terrible supply depot at the bottom of our ramp. And currently, Jlazny does have vision of the map. Ragor has not scouted and is just assuming a close spawn, but that is not the case. It is the spawn down here. We do have our 3rd barracks on the way, and we are researching concussive shells for our Marauders that we are producing. We do have warp gate technology, but we are not chrono boosting it, which is sort of a slip up because we do have all of this energy, and we could be getting warp gate technology a lot faster, but we do not. We do have a Zealot and a Stalker on the way, so a decent unit composition of that, and our second assimilator goes down. Our supply is even at this point in time, so that's pretty nice. Ragor does have these 2 Zealots just kind of chilling, and we do see sort of a push here, easily enough to take out these Zealots, but it does not seem like... Can we see that? We cannot. Just out of the field of view from Jlazny are these Zealots, and we will see a push up here, but we do see the retreat. Oh, missed micro by that probe, so we will be losing that probe. We finally get warp gate technology, and we do see this up here. Supply does, I would say, probably favors Ragor, our Protoss player here, just because he does kind of have the home field advantage. He can warp in units. And we do see a bunker go down outside of the ramp to try to trick us there, but it seems like that won't be happening by our Protoss player, who quickly kills the SCV and is canceled by Jlazny. We see more gateways going down, and back at our Terran player's base, we do have Stimpack being researched along with more Marauders. And we do see a reactor go down on this barracks for more Marines. We do have an orbital command for scans and mules. And we do see this kind of push out here by Ragor and a fallback by Jlazny. So we do see this Zealot get taken out. Oh well, not the biggest loss. And we do see this bunker go down, so we can probably see that we have moved back our units. We probably will see Jlazny expand here shortly. We have a factory and another refinery going down, so getting the second gas. Getting ready to, you know, tech up, fall back and tech up, so not a bad move there. Seeing as the supply is so close, you won't want to lose all of your army or a lot of it. We see a Twilight Council and another gateway go down by Ragor. And what is this? A sort of, I would say, ninja expand over here, a risky move at that. Seeing as though if you have your army out of place, you can easily get this taken care of by your opponent. But I don't know, could pay off. We do see a command center go down by Jlazny as this tech goes up. He does have a bunker with units in it. And we do see the factory with a tech lab on the way so we can predict siege tanks, and then a starport for medivacs, I would assume. We do have blink for our stalkers on the way, so that should be interesting. We do have this encounter down here, but it does seem like Ragor is going to come out at the bad end of this one. Does lose quite a few zealots there, and the supply is now 45 to 55. We do see the units killed. Actually does favor Ragor a little bit, but because Protoss units are so expensive, it doesn't really matter too much there. Both have one worker killed, so we can probably say Jlazny won the better end of that. Both of our players are keeping pretty good with their macro as of now. This base is starting to get some workers going, as this base is mining a little bit more. We do see that Ragor does have, not really too much of a supply lead, neither of them actually do, but Ragor does have more probes to mine with. We see Blink is almost done, as well as +1 attack, and a robotics facility is almost up for Immortals and Colossus play. More or less, I would probably say Colossus, just because of the unit composition we're seeing. And look at this, our starport is researching Cloaking Field for Banshees, and we do have our first Banshee out, so we will be seeing some Banshee play there, as long as this Cybernetic or robotics facility does get its observer out, which it will, and we do have a cannon here for any kind of play like that, as well as a cannon in the mineral line, well, next to the mineral line for any Cloak Banshees as well. So good thinking by Ragor, sort of a prediction there, so good work by him. We do have this base almost fully up and running. A couple more probes will do the job there. A few of these probes can be transferred over. We have a Templar Archive with Psionic Storm, so he is stretching himself a little bit here. We have a Robotics Facility with Observers, which is using up a lot of gas, and we do have this Templar Archive, which uses up a lot of gas, plus the Psionic Storm. But we do manage to get out one Templar, and that does put us at a little bit of supply disadvantage there, because we are kind of pushing our gas towards the Templars and the robotics facility. We will have less units, or Ragor will have less units than Jlazny, who does have a sizable force here, but does not see the observer above him, so no detection there. A nice scan would do it, and we do have enough energy for that. We do have 2 sieged up siege tanks on the high ground, waiting for any push, but it does seem like our Protoss player Ragor does have more map control with both of these watchtowers, and Jlazny has not spotted this expansion up here, which is fully mining right about now, or almost, which does have 2 gateways at it, so a good push to this base with Ragor's army being down here could really just change the game, but we do not see that as of now. Our medivacs are up, and we do have +1 attack on the way, as well as another orbital command being built, and we have Colossus being built. Talk about gas, we've got gas for these 2 Templar, and the sentries, more stalkers, and a Colossus, but we are taking this natural down here, which will help with that. So we are pushing out again. Again, we have a big supply difference, but Jlazny is supply blocked right now, so we do need to build supply depots, but he is on that, so we are good. We do see this go down here. Will he attack the siege tanks? He is not watching. The siege tanks do manage to siege up, and they're taking out the High Templar. The scan gets them. Good, 2 good storms go down, but they are on the siege tanks. They will take care of those siege tanks, but we do not have any High Templar left. So, mixing units. We do have a big supply difference here still. We lost those High Templars, which could have been made into an Archon. We did get the Psionic Storms off, but still not the best. We do keep our Colossus, and Jlazny returns home with a lot of Marines, so it does seem like our Colossus was a good decision to continue making, and we will continue making more. We did have to cancel that expansion. Probably didn't have to because he didn't get very far, but we will continue that expansion up here because I guess it is safe enough, but again, Jlazny is not scouting, which would be beneficial. We do appear to tech up. We are getting extended thermal lances and charge, which are both almost done, as well as +1 defense or armor for our Terran player, as well as Vikings for those Colossus, and an armory. So I don't know. And here is our observer over that. We can see what those starports are making, and we do have 2 more siege tanks, which may siege up there on the high ground. We do have this base fully mining, fully saturated. Our mineral line's almost up here, so we can transfer probes to our Nexus. That is fully built. So we are 3 base on 2 base. And Jlazny should really think about expanding here, because he has almost mined out this his main. And we do have a sizable force, 174 to 130, so it is a large difference. But we also have to take into account the medivacs, which are taking up a little bit, and the siege tanks, which are following behind. So we do see the armies pushing out. The Colossus are getting a bit ahead of the regular force, but we should be okay. Jlazny is keeping his force pretty much well together. And we do see this push. Oh, is he good? We see Ragor getting out of position. A good move by Jlazny would be to go up to this high ground. He is going to siege up to the high ground to see if he can get any hits, but we do have a Colossus up here that does take out a siege tank before it can actually do any damage. He's going to lose the second siege tank. He just lost 2 of his siege tanks that would have been very, very useful in combat. But are these 2 armies going to collide? They will! They're going to encounter each other. He's not microing the Vikings to attack the Colossus. The Colossus are getting tons of hits. He's actually, blinks to the low ground. He's actually going to stop them from actually moving up to attack the Colossus. He finally moves the Vikings to attack the Colossus, or does he not? And it does seem like the supply difference is going to favor Ragor significantly, and he's going to pull back because that is all his ground forces, and all that supply is in his air force. He's not going to micro his air units back, and he's going to get the blink stoppers going. And that hurts for Jlazny. He just lost all of his units, basically. We do have a small force back here, but that is not going to be nearly enough. We do have basically these bases almost fully saturated in mining, and it's just not looking good for Jlazny. And that is probably most likely going to be the game. And so, yeah, he does pull the SCVs, and there's basically the GG. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you like this game. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. So thanks for watching.